Hey, what's up YouTube? Houston here, and for those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Hey, I'm out here checking out the lake, and I decided to talk about some credit card hacks, right? And let me know in the comment section which one of these credit card hacks you think is the best. All right, now let's talk about the first one that a lot of people they skip over, and it's called the recon hack. And what that means is the reconsideration hack. Okay, and so what that does, that actually forces the credit card company, like, you already got a hard inquiry, right? So since you got a hard inquiry and they denied you, why not try to fight for the credit card, right? So here's what you want to do. You want to call up the reconsideration of the financial institution, okay, and you want a manual review of your credit card application. Now, in this manual review, what you want to do, what is that? Is that a duck underwater or a turtle? Now, back to what I was saying. In this manual review, what you want to do is you want to ask them to look at your application again. All right, and you may want to ask them, well, did I have my household income, you know? So sometimes this is what happens where a lot of people get denied. They may not put down enough income, all right? And so they may not put down their overall household income. They may just put down their just their job income, all right? But what if you have a side hustle? Or you may have a spouse in the household or a roommate that's contributing to your income, okay? So when you call the recon line, you want to bring that up, all right? Let them know that, hey, you have other income sources. And by you allowing them or letting them know that, hey, I do have other income sources because, you know, like I said, I have a roommate that helps pay my rent. You know, I have a spouse, we split the expenses in half, and or something to that effect, to where they know that you have more income. All right, that's going to help you. So that's number one, calling the recon. All right, number two is many people are not aware, like with different financial institutions, you can get multiple credit accounts with one hard pull. So remember, I made a video about Pennsylvania State Employees Credit Union, right? I'll put the link in the description. But what I was saying was that with the Pennsylvania State Employees Credit Union, you can get up to 3 accounts off of one inquiry, okay? Sometimes American Express will allow you to do the same. Your major banks and stuff like that, sometimes Chase Bank, and we're going to talk about Chase because that's one of the credit card hacks I want you all to know about, because a lot of people are missing out because they don't know all the details, okay? So I'm going to tell you more about the details. All right, now, like I said, with different financial institutions, you can use one credit card application and you can get multiple credit accounts. All right, so that's something. Now, number 3, how do you avoid a hard pull? If you have an existing account with a financial institution, here's what you can do. No, a lot of people, let's look at Navy Federal, for example, okay? So you did this in rewards card, and they move you over to the rewards card, right? And so they gave you a larger credit line. They may have gave you a larger credit line, 10, 15,000. But your eyes are set on that flagship card. Well, once you have that credit card, after 91 days, you can actually ask them to do a product exchange. And that way you can avoid that hard inquiry for the flagship. That's right. So like I've told people before, you do not, what I've told people before is that you do not have to have perfect credit to get the flagship card. You can do it through a product exchange and still get that card, all right? So that's a hack. So again, let me know in the comments, which of these hacks do you think is best? All right, now let's talk about late payments. Okay, let's talk about late payments and how do you avoid late payments. Well, the best way to avoid late payments, say that you know that your payment due date is on the 15th. Okay, now you actually have 28 days before it's actually going to be reported to the credit bureau that you're late. But if I were you, to avoid it altogether, I would pay it at least 20 to 25 days. Okay, because that'll avoid it. Even though you may not have the money right then and there, you still have 28 days to make that payment before it's actually being reported to the credit bureau. So if you can get that payment in by that 20 or 25th date, that's going to help you. Okay, 20 of 25th day, not date, but day. All right, so that's one that can help you. All right, now here's another thing that I'm gonna tell you about credit card hacks. And I just remembered, most of the time when you are going after a credit line increase, this is what you want to do. Like say, let's use American Express as an example. With American Express, what they do is they give you 3 times your credit limit. They give you up to 3 times your credit limit, all right? Because most people don't know how much to ask for, but usually they give you about 3 times your credit limit. Then again, you can ask them to do the manual review if you have more income to be able to increase it from that point, all right? So that's another one. Now, here's something interesting. We was talking about when is the best time to pay your bill. Okay, you always want to pay your credit card bill. You always want to pay your credit card bill. I would say people do it a day, but I wouldn't take chances. I'll pay it like 2 days before the statement date. So say that you had a $10,000 credit card and you use $8,000 of it, but you have the $8,000 to pay back. Make sure that you pay it before the statement closing date. Pay the $8,000 2 days before that statement closing date. All right, that's going to make it easier on you. All right, so that way that the system won't pick it up, oh, they're over their utilization, and push your credit score down. So that's another hack that you want to think about, making sure that you pay your credit card, especially if you're over that credit utilization. Now I always tell you that your credit utilization, you should keep it under 10%, all right, because that's going to give you the biggest impact of your credit score. All right, now, oh, check out, are those turtles or are those ducks? Oops, I don't want to slip. Those look like turtles. What do you guys think? Those turtles or those ducks? Yeah, we've seen the ducks, but I know there's turtles over here too. So anyway, let's get back to this video. You all let me know in the comment, are those turtles or are those ducks? All right, now back to what I was saying. Let's talk about Chase. Now this is very important, especially people that have been denied for Chase credit cards because of the 524 rule. Well, I'm finna hit you with something that you don't, most people won't tell you unless you're in like their some kind of group or whatever, but I'm gonna tell you. Here's the thing about it with Chase, 524 rule. That means that you cannot have no more than 5 accounts within a 24 time span, right? 24-month time span, right? Which is 2 years. But here's the interesting thing about it. Chase does not count loans, personal loans, okay? So if you got a personal loan and you think that, well, I got 3, 4 credit cards and a personal loan, so that knocks me out of 524. Nope. And I tell you what, the underwriters will count that unless you call them on it. So sometimes you have to call them and let them know that, hey, this personal loan is not a revolving credit card. All right, so you have to call them on that. Now here's another interesting thing that have knocked people out of the Chase 524 rule. Authorized users. That's right, authorized users. Authorized users do not count toward 524 because those are not your accounts. Those are not your accounts. So an authorized user cannot be counted against your 524. So that way, if you're trying to get a Chase credit card and they deny you, and they see that authorized user has been added on and they're counting it, you have to get them on the phone and let them know that's an authorized user. That's not an open account on your behalf, and they won't count it against you. All right, now here's another thing, a third way. Say that you do have the 524, you open up 5 accounts within that 24. All right, sometimes if the people know more about the approval and the underwriting process, sometimes what they will do, okay, and this is very interesting, they would have you to sign digital docs. So when you put in the application, if you're going inside the bank, they have this digital signage where you're able to do a digital signage, and that would help you get around the 524 as well. Okay, now like I said, giving you that information, I want you to put it in the comments which one of those hacks you think is most valuable to you. Okay, and if there's a hack that I missed out on, you want to share with the community, let me know. But I think I touched on a lot of stuff. I think it's going to help a lot of you guys to be able to get a higher chances of approval now. Now, again, one of the bigger things that most people, I didn't talk about hard inquiries or whatever, but here's the thing about hard inquiries. Say that you have over 8 hard inquiries and you want an account with a financial institution. Again, you would have to call the recon line and ask them to do a manual review and plead your case of why you want this card. Tell them that the card that you have doesn't give you the benefits that this here card will have, and you're thinking about canceling the other card if they're willing to open up this other account for you. Something to that effect. So what that does, that gives them opportunity to do a manual review, and because some credit card institutions, they may be hard inquiry sensitive, this may be something that you can take advantage of. So if you have any questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, click the link in the description and schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.